Hi, this is my review of Splinter Cell Deathwatch Episode 2 on Netflix. I'm torn with this show so far after two episodes. The action in this episode was excellent, really, really good action, but there's nothing new here. So, this show reminds me of a cartoon version of the Equalizer movies with Denzel Washington. It's like very similar to those movies, in my opinion. So the action is brutal and intense, very, very violent. This is not a show for kids. So just because it's a cartoon, you may be misled and think you can watch this with kids or with, people like under the age of 18, but this is definitely 18 plus due to the violence. Uh, but yeah, so excellent action, uh, very good soundtrack. The voice acting is excellent, but again, it's nothing new, nothing surprising happens, and I don't feel eager to keep watching. I rated the first episode a 6.5 out of 10. I would give this second episode again 6.5 out of 10. But I would say, even though I both give them 6.5 out of 10, I would say the second episode is better than the first episode. So it is getting better so far. Uh, so I guess I should say instead of 6.5, I would say I give this episode a 7 out of 10. So it's slightly better than the first episode. And that's mostly because the action is visible this time. All the action is visible. In the first episode, a lot of the action was physically impossible to see because it was happening in total darkness. But most of the action on this episode, you can actually see what is happening. But yeah, there's nothing surprising. There's no twists that or things that keep you guessing or you don't know what's going to happen next. Um, so yeah, it's a good show, above average so far, just because of the action. But the story, you've seen this before with things like The Equalizer with Denzel Washington. So, would I recommend this show based on two episodes? I would say again, I gave the first episode 6.5. I'm giving the second episode a 7 out of 10. So if what you're currently watching, you would rate it above a 7 out of 10, then just keep watching what you're already watching. There's nothing you're gonna find here that's gonna be better. But if you have nothing to watch or you just finished something and you have some time to kill, then I would say watch this just because of the action, but don't expect anything you haven't seen before, is how I would describe my thoughts after two episodes. So yeah, I'm not gonna get into any story details or anything like that because again, I'm very anti spoilers. So I'm just giving you an idea of how entertaining the show is. And I gave the first episode 6.5, and I give this second episode of Splinter Cell Death Watch on Netflix, I give it a 7 out of 10. So that's my review of Splinter Cell Death Watch episode 2 on Netflix. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel. And also, please leave a comment letting me know what you would rate the second episode of the series. Thank you and take care.